Alright, I know I'm a little bit late to this one. It's been, I don't know, 2 days or so now since this happened, but I do think it's something that I want to talk about because the reaction that this got was absolutely ridiculous, and I think a lot of people completely overreacted to it and made it a way bigger issue than it actually was. To the point that, YouTube got bullied into deleting a tweet. Now, if you're kind of savvy about YouTube, you know that they don't necessarily usually tweet the best things. They're pretty known on Twitter for giving a lot of non-answers or just kind of dodging a lot of problems. Creators be trying to talk to them about all kinds of different things, and they just really don't do anything. Team YouTube's Twitter is pretty bad, and it just, going to YouTube's Twitter is just literally seeing a corporate profile. You're not going there to get any help. You're not going there to have a solution to your problem. You're literally just going there to see a company on another company's website doing their thing. But yeah, YouTube, they made a tweet, or I would assume this is some intern, some $10 an hour intern making a funny tweet or something that they hired from comedy Twitter. And honestly, I thought it was pretty funny. And this is the thing, right? I don't know if it's just because, I don't know what it is now that I think about it. I don't know why this was as big a deal as it was, but it was ridiculous. So pretty much all YouTubers are guilty of everything that YouTube kind of joked about in this tweet. It's kind of been like a long-running thing with YouTubers that, they'll talk for a long time. They don't actually get into the video subject for a long time. They stretch out their videos to 10 minutes and everything. It's pretty common. It's like a standard practice on YouTube because I'm gonna go ahead and spit some YouTube game at you guys here. Videos with higher watch time and channels that can accrue more and more watch time and get people to watch videos longer, their videos generally do better in the algorithm. YouTube has it set up to where it's like, they want to see how long you're watching people's videos. Because if you watch half of my video, and it's a 12-minute long video, that means you're around for 6 minutes. YouTube's going to be like, okay, so this person is able to hold more viewer retention and entertain people more than a channel that puts up maybe a video that's 10 minutes long, but only has like a 30% watch time view. Someone only watches 30% of that video. They go through about, 3 minutes of it or so. So they kind of use that as a benchmark to help promote content and channels and things like that. So, more watch time is generally a very good thing on YouTube. So that's why you'll see that. A lot of people question that, but that's really what it is. And I mean, pretty much everyone's guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Your other favorite creators are usually guilty of it. The best performing channels on YouTube, generally speaking, do this kind of thing. It's kind of like an unspoken thing that you have to do, you know what I'm saying? If you're working at McDonald's, you gotta flip the hamburger patty over. If you're making a YouTube video, you kinda have to get those videos watch time somehow. So YouTube tweeted no one, absolutely no one. Creators after talking for 15 minutes. All right, let's just jump straight into the video. I mean, as of me recording this little audio here before I go back and edit it, we're pushing about 4 minutes into the video. You know what I'm saying? That's a pretty good amount of time that I've used to kind of explain a lot of the backstory and, some of the supplemental detail around this entire thing. A lot of creators, they do this. It's kind of like a necessary evil in a way on YouTube, and as someone who's watched YouTube for so long, at this point, I can just kind of tune that out, you know what I'm saying? When I'm watching other people's videos, I don't know if it's because I make videos or what it is, but I can tune out that 3 minutes of BS in the beginning, and I'm okay with it if it means that, going through it will help this creator get promoted more or whatever if I like their videos. So I thought it was a pretty good joke, it got a pretty decent reaction, 18.1 thousand likes, kind of got ratioed with the retweets and quote tweets and the responses and things like that. People got pretty worked up about this to the point that the tweet had to get deleted, and they then had to apologize. They said, and I quote, "We hear you, you're right, and we apologize. Our now deleted tweet was intended in good faith, but we missed the mark and did not reflect the spirit of the creator community that we love. YouTube social team." Now this, of course, did way more numbers because it actually stayed up and didn't get deleted over people freaking the fuck out, but I saw this whole thing kind of unfold, and I was just confused on why people were so mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was obviously just a joke. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, literally just making fun of creators or bad-mouthing them. It was a simple joke. Yeah, of course, a lot of creators got roasted, myself included, but I didn't feel offended by it because it's fucking true. I mean, what, I'm gonna sit here and get mad that YouTube made a good joke? They kind of got my ass? Okay, wow, I guess I should be upset by that. Congrats, that intern probably deserves a raise. Make this motherfucker a full member of the team. We need more people in YouTube, like that, because at least at that point it shows that they engage with their community. Like 90% of YouTube's responses are just bullshit. Like they're not actually addressing anything going on with the platform or anything. Like at least that tweet to me shows that there's somebody at YouTube who watches their own platform and actually understands the creators that they watch. That actually felt kind of good to me, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of YouTubers just got upset, man. Like a lot of YouTubers were just like so mad, dude. Like just pressed. The fact that so many of us reacted in almost pain is a reflection of the huge pressure your current algorithm system for promoting videos work. Have a great Saturday and stop making fun of creators. Dude, it's not that fucking deep. I promise you, Eduardo. It really isn't that serious. Like I promise you, bro. Look, I just took a week break for mental health, okay? My channel is completely out of the algorithm at this point. You know, recommendations are like 5% of what they were. That's okay, because guess what? I'm not entitled to anything on this platform. You know, when you put in a lot of effort, you do feel entitled to something, but I'm not entitled to YouTube recommending my videos, their algorithm recommending my videos, just because, you know, I'm on the platform. And really, no one is. And yeah, I can understand that there is pressure to like constantly upload videos and constantly have them get a certain amount of watch time. But if it really is that bad, and this is something that I've struggled with thinking of like very recently, if it's really that bad for you that it's like destroying your mental state to the point that like YouTube tweeting out a fucking joke makes you react, quote, in almost pain, then maybe YouTube is just something you're not cut out for and maybe you should just retire. Like, bro, they're hiring all over the place, all across, you know, the United States here. I don't know, like, you know, I have an international audience at this point. A lot of you live in like the UK and in France and in Spain and stuff like that. I don't know how, I can't attest to what's going on over there. But so many places in the United States are hiring right now because they laid off employees and they're just coming back to work, or people are getting sick and they have to stop working for a few weeks. Like, bro, you can go get a job anytime you want at like a fucking factory. Sure, it's not as entertaining and it's not going to pay as well as YouTube, but me personally, I would much rather deal with having a clear mental state and being happy than just, you know, being so pressured into doing YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the whole thing against YouTube's algorithm, I think, is completely fucking stupid to begin with. So many people get mad about this. They're like, well, my channel doesn't get promoted because I make 4-minute videos and I make 6 videos a year. Why would YouTube ever put out an algorithm that doesn't benefit them as a company? Like, you realize YouTube is a business at the end of the day. There's always like a fine balance in business between like keeping a relationship, of course, like in this instance with your creators, and like what is in the best interest of the company. But it's genuinely in the best interest of creators and the company to have the algorithm the way that it is, because people who upload more and who put more, you know, time, I guess, into YouTube than people who, well, I mean, it's hard to really kind of, I guess, quantify how much time is being spent on YouTube, because, I mean, you can make 2 videos a year that are 9 hours long and put in the same amount of time that I would uploading 3 times a day, maybe. But why would YouTube ever make an algorithm that doesn't encourage people to make content that keeps people on their website, keeps them watching advertisements, keeps them buying merchandise through YouTube, keeps them buying memberships to channels, which all that stuff YouTube gets a small cut of. Actually, it's not even really that small. Like a super chat, YouTube gets like 40%. So why would YouTube ever make an algorithm that doesn't promote people staying on their website? You know what I'm saying? It may be imperfect in terms of like how it affects creators' mental health, especially if they feel pressured. But at the end of the day, you're not obligated to do YouTube for a living. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that because it sounds harsh, but you're not. Nobody owes you shit in life. YouTube doesn't owe you an algorithm based around you. Okay, they owe themselves and the shareholders of Google an algorithm that makes them the most money and keeps their website the most competitive to every other website on planet Earth. So now that we're now grounded in reality a little bit more here, it was simply a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you can see the positives and the negatives in having to make that kind of content to really stay in, but at the end of the day, it's a joke. I don't understand why it had to be taken so seriously. Actually, it didn't have to be taken so seriously. YouTube should not have had to apologize for this. I don't know, apparently I can't talk now that I'm coming back to YouTube, but it's like, you're freaking out, you know, you're fretting, you're making a big deal out of this whole subject as if like somebody just stabbed you in the rib cage. Like, you gotta get over that, man. You know, learn to take a fucking joke. Like, sure, there is an issue, but you can't laugh about it. You can't laugh a little bit. You're so pressured that you no longer have a sense of humor. At that point, then how are you even having fun doing YouTube? At this point, I'm back on my grind, right? Like, I'm making hella videos. Like, I really plan to come back to this shit for good. You know what I'm saying? I'm having the most fun making videos now after just taking a small break for mental health and just kind of, you know, reconceptualizing my reality around me a little bit than I have in like 3 years. And that's what really matters at the end of the day with most of it, is how much fun that you have doing it, if people are enjoying your videos and everything. So, like, I don't get it, dude. It's so ridiculous. YouTubers apparently can't take a fucking joke. And this is one that I have to stand with YouTube on. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, learning to take a joke and signing out.